आज के शो में कांता अरोड़ा का सभी श्रोतागण को अभिनंदन। हमेशा की तरह नए टॉपिक, नए गेस्ट और समाज में क्या क्या हो रहा है उसकी इन्फॉर्मेशन देने की हमेशा चेष्टा करती हूँ। आज का टॉपिक कुछ बाकी टॉपिक से अलग है। जुड़ा हुआ तो आपके जीवन से है, लेकिन सिर्फ आपके या आपके बच्चों के जीवन से भी जुड़ा हुआ है। बच्चे जहाँ बड़े हो रहे हैं, माँ बाप को हमेशा फिक्र रहता है कहाँ जाएंगे, कैसे करेंगे इनकी शादियाँ के लिए। आप फ्रेंड्स को बोलते हो, कहीं बच्चों ने रात को जाना है तो आपको फिक्र हो रही होती है। उन सब को देखते हुए हम उसी टॉपिक पे आज कुछ बातचीत करने जा रहे हैं, डेटिंग पर, अरेंज मैरिजेस पर। इट्स अ डिफरेंट टॉपिक एंड लेट्स सी युवा लोग, यंग लोग, चाहे वो बड़े हो रहे हैं, वो इस चीज़ को किस दृष्टिकोण से देखते हैं, कैसे इस चीज़ को अप्रोच करते हैं और उनके क्या अनुभव हैं, क्या क्या वो सोचते हैं इन चीज़ों के बारे में। और आज हमारे साथ शेयर करने जा रहे हैं। दो गेस्ट हमारे स्टूडियो में होंगे, पर हम बातचीत पहले एक से करेंगे फिर दूसरे से करेंगे। पहला हमारा गेस्ट है अनीता धर्मशी। आई वेलकम Anita. Anita, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kantaji. Thank you very much.
How did you feel like coming to ATN?
Oh, it's great. I mean, seeing the show on TV all the time at my parents' house, and now actually being here is a different experience altogether. So it's wonderful.
And remember this word of your different experience, and we are going to share your experiences. Just I will like to introduce my guest a little bit before we get what she wants to share. Anita Dharamshi, जिसका नाम हमेशा जो आप सबके घरों से जुड़ा हुआ है, किस्मत वेडिंग शो, और जो उनकी मैगज़ीन छपती है उसमें ये बहुत इन्वॉल्व रही हैं। रादर सबसे ज़्यादा रोल प्ले किया है इन्होंने और इसके हस्बैंड ने। उनका तो परिचय नहीं दे रही, आज इन्हीं के बारे में बता रही हूँ। और इसने अपने पूरे 7 साल जो वैरायटी ऑफ मार्केटिंग एंड रिटेलिंग और प्रोडक्ट्स को कैसे आगे करना है उसके में इन्वॉल्व रही हैं। इसके साथ वो जो HBC और सीयर्स के जितनी भी साउथ एशियन मार्केटिंग की चीज़ें होती थी उसमें इन्वॉल्व रही हैं। अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस रहा है और आज हम उसी से बात करने जा रहे हैं। अनीता, पहले अपना बताओ, you were very involved with the Kismet wedding show.
Yes.
What were your experiences?
So I'm actually one of the co-founders of Kismet Wedding Show and magazine, and we've been doing the show for about 10 years now. So it's been going on for a while, and I'm very much involved in the marketing of the overall show, as well as putting together the magazine as well. I'm very instrumental in that. So
You are still involved with that?
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Tell me when you were involved, when you started, as you are saying you are the co-founder. I remember when it was started, and now it's already 7-8 years or more.
Yeah.
From where you started and where it is going and what kind of response you are getting?
Oh my gosh, I know when we first started, it was very difficult. We were
It was on a smaller scale.
It was a smaller scale. We were coming into a market that still a lot of people weren't familiar with bridal shows, especially in the South Asian community. And so, instead of selling them, we were actually educating people to say, there's a bridal show targeting your community, your market, South Asian people that are getting married. So it was a lot of work, and we definitely had a lot of challenges, I would say, our first year. And we went from, a magazine that was probably this thick to, a magazine that's now this thick. So
it's very well received, your magazine. People look forward as a item which they like to collect and
exactly.
keep it.
It's become, I would say, a one-stop shop for people who are getting married, and not only here in Toronto, but all across North America. We do actually get a lot of people from the States that come down. They say that we have nothing like this, in the U.S. And I think they're very envious of all the South Asian stuff that we have here in Toronto. So.
And while you were doing this one, and now you started another venture,
Yes.
which we are going to talk. How that idea came, because your new venture is, I think you launched a website.
Yes, we have. So
please share me that.
We've launched an online dating site, again targeting the South Asian NRI market. And one of the reasons that we actually launched is people would jokingly come up to us and say, "Hey, you guys help people get married, but what about the people who don't have anybody? What about those people?" And so we said, "Yeah, let's look at starting something like this." And of course, we had a lot of single friends and family members that were looking, and everyone was saying the same thing. I'm single, I want to get married at some point in my life, but I just don't know where to start. And so, you know, a site like this is perfect because, you know, people are looking and we're able to
I
give
know,
them
I
advice.
like your this statement, the one you made it, keep people are not only get married, they're looking for it as a friend or companion.
Exactly.
Because when you look at from South Asian parents' side, they're always overprotective. Where my
Yes.
daughter is going, with whom she's
Absolutely,
going.
absolutely.
Even the daughter girls themselves these days.
Yeah.
You grew up here. Share me those feelings.
So of course, I mean, I grew up in a traditional South Asian household,
yes,
and you know, my parents were always very nervous whenever I was going out, who I was going with, where I was going, when I was going to be back, and so you know, things like dating, of course, you know, South Asian parents are not, I would say, not 100% comfortable with quite yet, but they are getting more comfortable with it, and a lot of the reason is because they want us to get married, and they want us to find somebody and to be happy and have companionship, and they would rather us, you know, find people that we can trust and people that we get along with, that we can, you know, not even spend the rest of our lives with, but just, you know, go for a coffee, go for a movie, you know, go to a wedding with, things like that, and you know.
Share me what experience parents feel when the daughter goes from house, even if they are living in this country for
Yes.
years. Share me those feeling of parents when they see their daughter is going out and with whom she's going and where she's going.
Well, I mean, of course, there's a lot of nervousness. I mean, you know, as much as we're all born and brought up in this North American climate and this culture, where dating is the norm and people are used to that. You know, our parents didn't grow up in that environment, and they
That's
grew up in a
correct.
very
That's
different,
correct.
a very different mindset where you know, boys and girls didn't even go together anywhere. It was the boys went this way and the girls went that way. And so, you know, now when they start seeing, you know, people like, you know, like myself or some of our partners going on dates, I mean, you know, they are still a little bit uncomfortable, but I think when they get a chance to meet the people and they understand how you've met the person, you know, whether it's online or you just met them randomly at a bar, I think that makes a big difference for the parents, that comfort is there.
Yes, because I agree, because still that generation is here. The parents or the grandmother is in the house also.
Of course, absolutely.
Who never knew this dating things or girls were allowed to go out.
Well, most of our parents, I mean, mine included, they had an arranged marriage. I mean, they pretty much had never met before they actually got married. Their engagement was fixed by their parents, and that's the environment that they grew up in, and that's what
And
they're
they
used
had a
to.
kind of vision that this is what I want for my daughter, this kind of family I wanted.
Of course,
and with whom
absolutely.
she's going,
Absolutely.
and can we trust that boy or companion with whom.
And I mean, our South Asian culture is such that, you know, we still, even as the younger generation, we very much believe that that you're not just marrying the individual, you are marrying the family. So family is still a very big part of who we want to spend the rest of our life with.
Okay, tell me about this website. What's the name?
So the name is TwoMangoes, because of course everybody loves mangoes, and the joke that we have amongst ourselves is, you know, what's better than one mango? Two mangoes. So so we decided to start this online dating site, and the focus, of course, is more around dating and not around matrimonial, because we found there was a lot of people especially in our generation, that were feeling a lot of stress and a lot of pressure, not just from parents, but even society, even friends. And family members to get married. And that was creating a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on people to say, oh my God, I'm 30, I'm 32, I'm 33, and I'm not married, what am I going to do? So we wanted to create an environment where people can meet other people, yes, for marriage, but also even if you don't want to get married tomorrow. Let's say you're 23, you're 24, and you want to meet somebody. And so that's why we basically created this site, to create a very comfortable environment where people can come and meet other online other young South Asian professionals like themselves, you know, also NRI based, because that's the other issue. You have people who have been born and brought up in North American society. They don't want to get married to somebody from India or someone from Pakistan. They want to marry someone who's like them, who thinks like them, who's been born and brought up
them
in
as
this,
you are.
exactly, who's been born and brought up in this culture.
Yes,
So
yes. Let's make a difference. And how is your website works? people have to log in, or they have to put their resume on it, or their profile, or?
So it's very, very simple. It's people just come online, they create a profile, so put up their picture, and you can put up a bunch of different pictures. So you can put up a picture of yourself very serious at work, and yourself at play with friends and family and that sort of thing. And then you fill in your profile, which has all sorts of stuff about your generic height, weight, all that kind of stuff. Or sorry, not weight, but height.
Your
where you're from,
and
likes, dislikes, what are your interests, what's the latest book that you've read, what kind of movies do you like, and we try to basically get an understanding of the kind of people from the details that they fill out, and then based on that you can search other people that are on the site. So you'll find other people that have common interests. If someone's very much into travel and you love to travel, there's an
or you are
connection.
planning a trip
Or you're planning a trip somewhere and you want to meet
somebody to go with you.
Exactly, right? So it's a great place to meet other people that are like yourself. So.
And I was looking at your website also, that you can send flowers and other things, or some gifts. Or
you can. One of the fun things that we have on the site, we have a lot of fun things on the site, of course, but one of the things we did, being a South Asian site, we obviously wanted to incorporate the South Asian values and culture in there. So one of the things that you can do on our site is you can send laddus to people.
Oh, that's good. Instead of chocolate,
instead of chocolates, you can send laddus. People have asked if they can send jalebi. We're going to add that soon, but
you will get it delivered, your website?
Yeah, so it's basically a virtual gift. So you can send a laddu to someone, and with the laddu you can send a message to them as well. So we like to have fun with it.
I hope your friend will like the laddus instead of chocolate.
I hope so too. People love laddus, right? People love mangoes.
Or send
people
mangoes.
Love laddus. Exactly.
No, that's very good, and we congratulate you on starting this kind of thing.
Thank you very, very
because
much.
There is quite a big need there. Children want to go out.
Yes. They do. It's the reality.
And children, it's not all the time family. Even in the family wedding, you want somebody's with you.
Yes.
Yes. So that's what it is, and we congratulate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
sharing
much.
with us. Yes.
Thank you very much.
So we again congratulate our Anita Dharmshi, co-founder of TwoMangoes.com. लॉग करिएगा और देखिएगा कि आपके बच्चों के लिए आप भी फाइंड कर सकती हैं, अपने बच्चों का प्रोफाइल आप खुद डाल सकती हैं, and let them talk to each other and see what happens, who enjoys the mangoes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
और आप हमारे साथ रहिएगा, हम इनके जो दूसरे को-फाउंडर हैं राहुल, उनको शो पे ला रहे हैं, कमर्शियल के बाद मिलती हूँ आपसे। धन्यवाद।